And now, it's time for another Dice Tower review with Tom Vasel.
Hey everyone, I'm Tom Vasel, and that's spelled T-O-M-V-A-S-E-L from the Dice Tower. The Dice Tower starts with a D. Why am I saying this? Because this game is Kloak with a K, and it ends in an O-A-K. You know why it's spelled that way? No one does, actually. I don't know. Maybe the pieces are made out of oak, so it's Kloak? I don't get it. Anyway, it's Kloak with a K. This is a two-player abstract strategy game where you're trying to get 3 of a color in a row. All right, cool. I tend to like games like that, and some of the pieces are hidden. I tend to like games like that. I tend to like how this game is sounding. Let's take a look. At the beginning of the game, you're going to put these big pieces here that look like milk jugs around the outside of the board. Inside, you're going to put all these little colored pieces, except you're not allowed to put 3 of them in a row. Other than that, it's random. The game comes with a big bag that you can pull them out to do so. On your turn, you can move a small piece or a big piece, and then it's the next person's turn. Well, on this turn, you can't move any small pieces because they can only move to an empty spot. But you can take one of these pieces and be like, ha, 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 ha. And then maybe next turn I can be like this, ha ha, because you can move diagonally. Fantastic. Once that happens, someone else can be like, yes. Then I might go, yes. And once you have a small piece in, you can either jump onto another piece, or, which knocking everything over, or you can take that piece and slide it over like this. Ooh, so now I'm going to move over here, and then my opponent will move this here, and then I'll move here, and then my opponent moves that there, and then I move this here, and then I move this here, and then you move that here, and I move this here, and I go, wait a minute, there are 3 greens in a row, and you're like, how could you possibly know that? Did you memorize the pieces? And I would say, yes, I did. Now, if I'm wrong, you get 2 turns in a row. If I'm correct, if you get 3 pieces in a row, we remove those, we put the big pieces back, and we keep playing. The first person to get 2 sets of these is the winner. Now, when you get 3 in a row, is it 3 in a row horizontally or vertically? Well, sure, the rules say any direction. Is it diagonally? I don't know. The rules never show an example. The video on their website never shows an example. Are these my pieces or someone else's pieces? Nope. You own all the pieces on the board. You move them back and forth. So what's to stop this from stalemating forever? Good question. We'll come back to that in a moment. Okay, so these pieces are fine, and you just got to remember what's underneath each piece, even though some of them are clearly marked, like this one here. I put a purple underneath that, I'm going to remember it forever. The rules are fine, although they have a very nice video explaining everything online, but like I said, they don't tell you if you can get 3 in a row in any direction. They show you moving, they just say that you need to get 3 in a row in any direction. Again, I'm assuming that means diagonally, but the rules aren't particularly clear. That's kind of it. It's a really big box for just, a bunch of pieces. It's fine. It's also called Kloak with a K. Anyway, yeah, components are fine. One more thing to mention here in the components is there's a hole in the box. Why? Why would you put a hole in the box? Yes, you can put the board in front of this so that your pieces don't fall out. Stop putting holes in boxes. No one wants that. No one thinks you're cool for doing it. No one thinks you're cool for spelling Kloak with a K also. Okay, anyway. This game is straight dumpster fire. It looks nice, so I'm giving it that. It has nice pieces. But when you control every piece on the board, then all this game is I'm trying to get 3 in a row without you noticing I'm trying. Like if I can so if there's 2 in a row and I move a piece 1 away, then you'll get it. So I'm not going to move it 1 away. So then you move it 1 away, then I score. What? No, so no one does it. What? All right, this game literally makes me mad. Who is this game for? I don't want to play a tic-tac-toe where we can write either letter down. That's what this is essentially. It's just that it's a bad idea. It has memory in it, which isn't particularly hard because you're only memorizing where a couple colors are. So your only hope in this game is to utilize that memory by covering up every color and then just randomly moving them around in different directions, and your opponent goes, oh, this is like a very confusing game of where's the P. But other than that, as soon as I get them close, you'll call it out. You'll pull them off on your turn. Who came up with this idea? Who decided that everyone could move any piece? That's terrible game design. This is just bad. And the good pieces annoy me. It's not, and I know, they'll be like, but it's for kids. It's not for kids. I played it with kids, if that helps at all. And it's just, you sit there and you go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth till someone either makes a mistake, memory-wise, or decides to end the suffering of the other player. I cannot recommend Kloak in any form or fashion unless you want these wooden pieces to use for something else. In that case, they're kind of cool. Use them for an art project or something. Anyhow, I'm Tom Vasel, and you've been watching The Dice Tower. Dice Tower Judgment, next!